just going to be disciplined enough to get themselves in the practice room so that they can be the best singer they're going to be.
Shut up and sing with Heather.
Hi, and welcome to Shut Up and Sing with Heather. I'm Heather, your professional voice teacher, here to give you some helpful hints and tips to make you the best singer you could be. Today, we're going to be talking about practicing. Look, if you're watching this video, you want to become a better singer, and you can listen to me talk all day, but you're not going to become a better singer until you get into that practice room. First of all, find a space in which you can make some noise and stretch out in. And you want to be practicing about 3 to 5 times a week for about 30 to 45 minute stretches. That's a really good starter. So once you find your space and you've got your time, you want to start out by just doing some gentle stretches. Remember, the body is now our instrument, so we really want to make sure everything is as relaxed as possible. I talk about some relaxation exercises in the tension video, so maybe go back and check that out. Or certainly anything that feels good. Shoulder rolls, neck rolls, right? Shake it out, give it a little shimmy, give it a little shake. We can do our jaw, relax that out, and stretching out that tongue. I know it's a little strange, but we got to do it. Once we get that going on, we want to start warming up. Now, when we warm up, we really want to start right in the middle of our voice. Just pick a note, whatever feels comfortable. Ah, all right, that seems pretty comfortable. And then we're going to start warming up from there, nice and gentle. Ah. So doing some nice legato exercises, legato, smooth and connected, and then doing some faster exercises as we start to feel warmed up. Ah. And as you're starting to warm up, expand that range out, right? So you start in the middle, and then you just kind of go a little bit higher and a little bit lower, and then in the next exercise, a little bit higher, and the next one a little bit lower. Make sure that when you're practicing, you always have some water by you. So hydration takes a full 24 hours, but you always want to keep water by you because the vocal cords needs lots of moisture in order for them to phonate. And you might find that as you're doing a lot of singing, you're getting a really dry mouth. Just take that water. It'll really help keep you hydrated and give you your best singing possible. It's time to get into a song. So after you've done your warm-up, you want to pick a song that's maybe not so difficult for you and sing through that. That'll start getting everything warmed up because when we're doing our exercises, we're just really focusing on the 5 pure vowel sounds, E, E, A, O, and U. But when we get into our song, we're really working out words. And so the mouth really has to start moving, and it's kind of a different challenge for us. So go ahead and sing through a song that feels nice and comfortable for you. And then you're ready to start working on the song that you're really working on at that point. Now, if you're like me, you have a tendency to get into a song and you just want to sing the parts that you're really good at and kind of forget about the parts you need to work on. Well, you're not alone. We all do it. What you want to do is really focus on the part that's difficult for you. So go to that portion of the song and work it out. Try to figure out what's going on with it, give it some repetition, try out some helpful hints and tips that maybe I give you here in these videos and see if that works. After you feel like that section is going much better, then you have to work out the ins and the outs of that section. So you might have a section in a piece of music that you think, well, everything's fine when I do it by itself, but that's not really the problem. The problem is you've been singing for 2 minutes prior to that section, and then you're tired by the time you get there. So back it up a little bit, work into that section so you can really get the transition going into the difficult part and then getting out of it. So that way you might kind of work back a little bit and sing the hard part, work back a little bit more and sing the hard part again until you get all the way back to the beginning of the song. So that's certainly a challenge that comes up a lot. But don't forget to work out those hard parts and really make the practicing count. Remember, we're only talking about 30 to 45 minutes. So you want to make sure that every minute you're really doing the work. I also find sometimes that students who are diligent about working sections forget to sing the song all the way through. This is called practicing for performance because ideally you're going to be singing the song all the way through. Whether it's for a performance or a recording, you need to be able to do the full thing together. So what you want to do is at the end of every practice session or during the middle, you want to make sure you give yourself a chance to sing through the entire song. So no matter what happens, missed words, wrong entrances, whatever, just keep going until you get to the end. It's really good practice because live music is all about getting ourselves into knots but then getting ourselves out of the knots. It's really important to learn how to work your way through those occasional bobbles that we all have. You should be recording yourself. Most of you are carrying around a really fancy camera and audio equipment right in your pocket. Let me tell you, back in my day, we had to use the cassette tape during our lessons. So these phones are super fancy, and you can use both the audio, so just a voice memo on an iPhone, or you can use, of course, the video. Either is going to be very, very helpful for you. You really cannot tell what you sound like. Our body is one big resonating cavity, and we're just a little too close to the sound. So if you've ever heard yourself on a recording and thought, who the heck is that? Imagine what the difference is going to be when you listen to yourself sing. I know it can be difficult to listen to yourself sing on a recording. I totally get it. But the more you do it, the more you'll get comfortable with it, and the more you can help be your own teacher for these sorts of things. Video recording is also amazing because you might find that you're doing something a little bit strange with your hands, or maybe you're doing a lot of swaying when you're singing. You didn't even know you were doing it. Very common. I also find that students who think that they're smiling for really happy songs actually kind of look like this. So these types of video recordings can be super helpful to optimize your performance and get you the best singer you can be. Sing for friends and family, but only if they're nice. If they start giving you really mean critiques, they're off the list, okay? So find people that are going to be supportive of what you're doing and give you maybe helpful hints, or heck, just a lot of praise can really go a long way. It's not going to hurt anyone. So that can be helpful too, and boost your self-esteem to get you comfortable singing in front of other people. Now, what about that warm down? Well, the jury's a little bit out on that, because as you just breathe, your vocal cords just do a nice relaxing movement. So you're not singing, you're just breathing. And that's kind of a warm down for most singers. If you like to do a little to get you warmed down, if it feels good, go ahead and do it. Now, if you finish your 30 to 45 minute practice session and you feel a little vocally fatigued, just take some voice rest. Like 5 to 10 minutes of not talking really can just make you feel a lot better. However, if you are doing these practice sessions and you're finishing and maybe you take 30 minutes of rest and you still don't feel great, something's not going right, and you really need to find yourself a teacher to help you out and figure out what's not going well. So I hope this has been helpful. Remember, everybody feels motivated, but who's going to be disciplined enough to get themselves in the practice room so that they can be the best singer they're going to be? Well, you are. So get out there, shut up, get in that practice room and start doing some singing. This has been Heather.
But it dee da dee do da 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 do but dee da dee da hey hey